Hi, I'm Cameron Bonzi. I'm the Director of Marketing for Coast of Maine Organic Products, and I'm here today with Felicia Newman, who's our Quality Control Manager. And Felicia, you put together most of our products, and the one that we're going to talk about today is our Stonington Blend plant food. This has a very specific use and inputs. Can you talk about the inputs and why they work so well?
Absolutely. This particular fertilizer is made with 3 primary ingredients: lobster meal, kelp meal, and earthworm castings. There are other ingredients involved, but the primary highlight of this particular fertilizer, other than the high nitrogen, is the consistency of the aggregate size of the actual meal that goes into the product.
See the way that it flows through your hands too, that it's not going to separate in the bag.
Exactly. So when you add, let's say, a tablespoon and you measure that out, you know, like you can see on the front of the bag, it's 524. You know that by weight, what you're putting in is actually 524. Where some other products, if they're a mixture of different aggregate sizes, they'll actually separate, and you might not be getting that actual NPK value that you're putting in. So that's why this is a key.
You have some examples of the types of plants that might work well with planting with this.
Yeah.
So what are you suggesting that we use?
So Stonington, like we said, so NPK is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Anytime you see a nitrogen value that's higher than the other two, generally speaking, that's for vegetative growth or green leafy growth. So things like lettuce and other greens, like we've got some herbs here, basil, this one I think is cilantro, and I've got some parsley. But big leafy greens is what you're going to be looking for a higher nitrogen value, and that's what this is geared for.
So the Stonington blend is also approved by the Organic Materials Review Institute, which is OMRI. A lot of people will see that on the bag. Can you tell me about that process and why that's important?
So OMRI reviews to the National Organic Standard, which is NOP, and for people that are certified growers or that want to source particular ingredients for their garden or inputs for their garden that are with organic standards, you just look for that OMRI label, and it's right down at the bottom on this bag.
Yep.
And it can be different colors on different bags, but what that means is that is third-party reviewed, and that all of the inputs and the manufacturing methods for that product are up to standards for NOP.
What other Coast of Maine products would you suggest using this fertilizer with?
This would be great with any of our compost amendments for like a vegetable garden or a flower garden. In particular, in early spring, if you mix this in, the microbes that are in our compost blends, like Quaddy Lobster Compost, Penobscot, Cobb's Cook, are going to go right to work on the nutrients that are in this and actually make them plant available.
You can find our Stonington Blend plant food at your local independent garden center, and you can go to our website, put in your zip code, and find one locally. Like us on Facebook, Twitter. If you have a Pinterest account, you can go there too. We just want you to go to your local independent garden center to find your Coast of Maine products.